Hi, I'm Jane. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Jeanette.
So, I spoke to Gina recently, and I heard that you had a few concerns you wanted to talk about. So she thought you'd do well doing some work with me here.
Yeah.
So, what are some of these concerns you're having?
I just like everything. I just have a lot going on, I guess.
A lot going on. So, what do you mean by that? What are some of your top concerns right now?
My grandmother just passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. I just found out I was pregnant.
Oh, you're pregnant right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot to deal with. Your grandmother just passed away, and
Yeah.
now you're pregnant. Was this pregnancy planned, or
No.
no, it wasn't
at all.
Does the father know about it?
Mm-mm.
Are you planning on talking to him, or?
No, I don't really know who the father is.
You don't know who the father is? How did this conception occur?
I think I was at a party.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember waking up the next morning, not feeling right, and then about a month ago, I found out I was pregnant.
Oh, so you were taken advantage of at the party, or?
Yeah, I was drinking a lot.
Drinking a lot.
It was actually right after my grandmother died.
Okay. So did you go to, was this one of the ways that you've been coping with your grandmother's death, drinking?
Yeah, my couple of my friends, we go to parties a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I just kind of thought that if I went to the party, maybe I would feel like a little better, I guess, or not really remember it.
So, are there any other ways that you've been coping along with drinking? I know that can be a scary way to deal with.
I mean,
something.
I guess I started like smoking.
You've been
weed.
smoking. Now, have you smoked in the past, or is this something new?
This is pretty new for me.
What made you want to start doing that?
Just I couldn't like sleep. I was having like a lot of anxiety, and it just was another way for me to calm down from that.
So was this all the trouble sleeping, anxiety? Is this all because of your grandmother's death?
I think a combination between that and whatever happened at the party. I mean, I blacked out, but I just remember not waking up, not feeling right.
So do you have any sort of support system with your grandmother passing? Anyone you can go to or talk to about how you're feeling?
I mean, I have my like aunts and uncles on both my mother and my father's side, but I still feel so alone, and like I just feel like abandoned, kind of.
Are you close with your parents? Are they people you can talk to about this?
They both actually died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
So who raised you?
I've been with my grandmother since I was about 2 months old, I think.
Okay. And were you with your parents previously, or?
No, I was separated from my mom for drug use, heroin.
Okay. So your mother had a history of substance abuse?
Yeah, that's actually how she died.
Oh, I'm sorry. So your grandmother raised you then from 2 months of age, I'm hearing?
Yeah, she taught me everything. Like cooking, baking.
Wow, that's
She did it
nice.
all.
So you were close with her?
Very, very
Wow.
close.
So what was her cause of death?
Cancer.
Oh, okay. Was this her, how long was she battling it?
She was first diagnosed when I was about 10, and then she was re-diagnosed recently.
Oh, sorry to hear that. So she had gotten through it before, and then.
Yeah, started the process again.
So are you in school right now? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm actually in college,
Okay.
going for pre-med.
Pre-med. Now, what made you choose that?
I kind of decided that when I was about 10, when my grandmother first was diagnosed.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to do something that could help her and others, obviously.
Yeah.
But just kind of hard now that she's gone.
Yeah.
So that's just like a lot of extra stress.
So are you having a hard time with school since you're dealing with your grandma's death? Or?
I mean, it's getting harder to like actually want to go to class, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I kind of need to. I'm here on like a scholarship,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm trying, but like it just gets so hard sometimes.
Do you have friends at school that you can have help motivate you to get to classes and help you get work done?
Yeah, I have one friend, Ariel, actually. She's actually a social work major,
Oh.
and she's my mother was Puerto Rican,
Mm-hmm.
and she's from Colombia, so we have a lot of similarities. But she's just someone that I can like talk to
Mm-hmm.
pretty easily.
So now, with your grandmother passed and you've been smoking some marijuana
Mm-hmm.
and drinking to deal with it, and now you went to this party and supposedly you were assaulted, and now you've just found out you're pregnant.
Yeah.
So what is that like for you, all of that happening?
I
That's a
mean-
lot to deal with, to process.
It is because like I guess I was a virgin,
Oh, okay.
and I guess when I blacked out, someone like raped me, I guess.
Mhm.
So when I found out I was pregnant, it was kind of like a big shock.
I can imagine.
Yeah. And at this time, I just really wish that my grandmother was here to like give her advice and like just to hear what she had to
Mhm.
say. I mean, like, cause she was like really big in like church and stuff.
Mhm.
So I kind of thought about going there, but I don't really feel like all that God stuff.
So you're not very religious?
I mean, for a long time, I kind of only believed in like what I could see and what I could prove,
Mhm.
because I'm so interested in science and nature.
Mhm.
But definitely it was a thought in my head.
So you thought of going to a priest to talk to him about
Yeah, because
your grandma or
about
what
the
happened,
pregnancy,
the pregnancy?
because my grandmother was so like religious.
Mhm.
So I thought maybe like if she was here, she would bring religion into it.
Mhm. Now, have you found out about this pregnancy? When was this? About how long ago?
About a month.
About a month ago. Have you talked to anyone else? Have you sought out any other counseling services since then, or since
I
finding out?
reached out to like my school's counseling,
Oh, okay.
but I actually just never followed through with meeting them.
You didn't. Now, why is that? Do you think?
I kind of just didn't like really think they could help.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of didn't want to really talk about it.
So, but now you're here.
Yeah.
You do want to do something.
Yeah.
So.
I kind of got to my breaking point, I guess.
Mm.
My rock bottom.
Well, this is good. I'm glad you're here. So hopefully we can get some of this sorted out. Maybe
Yeah, thank you.
find out how you can work through the feelings of losing your grandmother. Maybe figure out what you might want to do about this pregnancy. So is this something that you're interested in continuing working
Yeah,
on?
definitely.
All right, well, that's very good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to continuing with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.